Oh. Right, so hopefully it's working. I don't know if anyone can hear me. If you can just drop something in the chat. Teams are starting to come out. So Valencia are obviously on the back of 2 defeats at the start of the season, and now we've got Hernani off the back of 2 wins. Yeah, going to be a good game. Bit of wind around in the area at the minute, and Valencia will be looking to hopefully get their season underway. But after Hernani did a number on Pozuelo last week, who knows what's going to happen. So yeah, game on, everyone. I think it's literally not too far away. We'll have to, if you go onto our YouTube channel, probably see the whole watch along a little bit better. But I'll soon figure out the Instagram. This is the first time, so we've got a few plans for this. We've got the Rugby Europe Super Cup coming up as well at the end of the week. So looking forward to getting the Iberians against the Brussels Devils on. We've got a new home for the live streaming as well. So there's a local sports bar that is going to host these live streams going forward. So obviously if you're ever in the Calpe area, come down, sit down, have a beer with me, and watch Spanish rugby and European rugby, which is the plan. So yeah, there we go. Valencia team are out as well now. There's some decent kits in this as well for a kit connoisseur as well. You can't beat a good little kit, and the Valencia kit does look good. And then you've got the Hernani red, yellow and green stripes. Yeah, I like some of these kits. I'm going to have to try and get some of these so we can hang up in the background. I think it'd be good to have a few of these hanging around. So if anyone knows anyone at these clubs that fancy sending some across, I'm sure I can make a good home for them, and we can actually get a few dotted around in the background. Spanish rugby as well. Most games are live streamed, so it's fair play to them. Oh, you see that one at the bottom? I don't think you can see that on the Instagram, but people have got Kappa as one of their sponsors. God, do you remember Kappa and Lotto? They were some proper 90s old school brands there. So hopefully everyone can still see what's going on and hear me and able to carry on. I don't know how bad the stream is, but hopefully it's not too bad. Probably best to jump over onto the YouTube one. On our YouTube channel, links in the bio if you haven't already following. Probably a better option there for everyone. Just glad everyone can jump on and join the love. It's also on our Facebook page as well if you're over there. So, what's everyone's predictions today? I think Valencia have got a point to prove. They really want to try and make sure they get this season underway. Obviously a close game in the first one, and then a bit of a runaway up at Guernica. Obviously a bit of a tough travel there, but home turf has got to be where it's at for them. Hernani snatching a victory from the jaws of defeat as well last weekend. Shows they got a little bit of grit about them, but we are underway, and that's gone deep. Big exit there. Big kick to clear. No, they're going for it. Here we go. Here's the clearance. Oh, that's got some metres on it. But it's gone all the way on the full. Oh no. Hernani looked strong at the line out last weekend. Are they going to make Valencia pay for that one there? We'll soon find out. See that strong breeze there with the flags. Even the lino flag getting ripped out of his hand nearly. Valencia are going to have to dig deep to keep this one at bay. Could we see an early score? And they're up, and they're off. And they're wheeling round, they're off. There's a trundle, Is there going to be they're going to have to, oh no, they've got it backwards. Here we go. Oh. Great work by Valencia. I thought that was it. I thought that was game over. Fair play to him. And an early scrum for Valencia to clear himself out off their lines. Hopefully do it properly this time rather than putting it out to give the Hernani an opportunity there. So back to predictions. Drop your comments in the chat. Make sure if you fancy winning, what you reckon the score's going to be as well. It's going to be quite an interesting game, I think. Now it's early start, strong breeze as well. So early injuries from that maul. Going to be interesting. We've got other games going on at the same time, so I'm going to try and keep everyone up to date with them as well as we go. So it's not just going to be this one. We'll keep everyone up to date with the games as we go on. I think the game of the weekend from the elite division was potentially already decided with Sanguga narrowly beating Les Abayas at home 2019. Guernica 33-14 against Cisneros as well. So some big results already in the elite division. And then we've obviously got the main division d'Honor underway with La Villa taking on Barca as we speak. VRAC as well are also playing Burgos. And then at past, we've got Liceo Francés start their season against Ordiza. But yesterday, El Salvador managed to get a 40-33 victory over Cisneros. And then Santa Boyana went and done 37-19 against Alcobendas, who the week before had put a cricket score on Sevilla. So this season looks like it's going to be wide open. Got Division D Honour B to talk about as well, but we've got scrum here. Valencia managed to clear. Strong clearance, that'll do. That'll get them back out the park. Five minutes gone, a couple of players crocked already with a little couple of injuries. So, yeah, it's Spanish rugby for you. Here we go. Another stoppage. No. The official sorting out the defensive line there. Oh, that wind potentially pulled that off to one side there. Here we go, another scrum. I think we're going to see a few scrums today, so if you're a forward, it's going to be a good one. I think the wind might have a bit of interruption today. Oh, and a reset. Just had to turn the camera off on my bit there quickly because of it being too warm, so I'll still be able to talk along as Valencia break away. The bounce, has not worked out, sadly, for Valencia there, but they managed to break away. Hopefully you guys can still hear me and watch the game while I sort out this camera, saying it's too hot. So yeah, Spanish rugby, bit of sunshine. Potentially got your storm coming across from England in the coming weeks. So this end of this week. So hopefully that doesn't come. But I think we've got a bit of the wind. And Valencia, go for it. Are they going to be able? They got the shove on. They got the shove on. Here we go. Go on. Go on. Go on. It's spun right round. Which way is it gone? Everyone's falling over. It's there. It's held up. Is he giving it? No. Collapsing the maul. What are Valencia going to go for now? Tap and go and dive, or they're going to go back and try and get that line out maul ticking along again? And there's the scrum. Here we go. Kick that in the back. It's disappearing off. What's ref given? Another. Hernani, you're going to have to be careful here. Any more of these, and I think the referee might be reaching to his pocket. I'm not surprised he's not already had a conversation with the Hernani captain to say these cannot keep counting up. Right, camera should be back up. I've hopefully fixed it, as Valencia are now on the trundle. On the trundle. Ah, no. What's the ref given there? He's given a scrum penalty against Valencia for the shove there. I thought they were going to get it down then. And Hernani clear. Only as far as halfway. Valencia go to try to go through the hands. It's spilled, it's knocked on. Not great. Not great. Look at the gazebo that's about to fly away in the background. I think conditions aren't ideal to be throwing it around as loose as they're trying. And another scrum. As I said, if you enjoy a scrum, we're gonna have a few people able to watch some scrums today. That's for sure. And another one collapsed. Got the shove on again. It's fell apart. Ball's out though. Hernani go for the kick. And no, it's over the fence. Oh, ball's out, knocked on. Hernani got a free play here. They're going to go use the wind. It's deflected back. Oh, not ideal. Scrappy game so far. Scrappy game. Hernani look like they could be a threat if we manage to get the ball out into the centres though, with Beñat Arezeta and Peru Burungan. I believe that's correct. They obviously, some lines they were hitting last weekend against Pozuelo was was phenomenal. So it'd be good to see if they can actually get it through the hands and get it to those players. As we go forward again, Hernani looking to try and break that defence down. Here we go, and another one. Great line again. Their lines off the ball are phenomenal at the minute. Last couple of games have been a real threat running. They're ready. Took that standing though, not ideal. And another player down, so we've got a little bit of time, get some water on board. It's probably warm up in Valencia as normal. So we've got a few changes into the Valencia squad. So Jamie Treasure doesn't look like he's started today at fullback, so that means Masigos, who usually plays 10s, dropped to fullback. So it'll be good to see how he gets in the game. One of the lads that I actually met last season, coaching the under-16s, playing tight head of Van Stedden. So yeah, it'd be good to see how they can actually get off the mark. This is a scrappy game, potentially a good opportunity for Valencia to catch Hernani on a bad day. So let's see how we go. Anyone watching the game? Everyone play yesterday, or what was everyone's? Here we go, another scrum. It's scrum time. Got the shove on. On. I go around the back. 9. He's through the gap. Oh, and an interception. Cleared. And off we go again. Over the top. Dotted in. Good clearance kick there. Good clearance kick. Feels like my game yesterday. I think we had the same amount of scrums as this game, to be fair. My back is hanging off. But we won. First game of the season out of the way, and there's some great hands. Oh! Nearly intercepted, but has been given a knock on. Is he going to take a look at this further. Did he stop a try scoring attempt with that knock on there? No, refs dismissed any conversation there. And we got another scrum. I don't think it's been a while since we last had one. So yeah, scrum time. We're on, and there we go. Hernani, in, out, gone, through the hands. Great defensive tackling. Quick out of the line there. And try and go around the outside, open up the play. Here we go. They're going to go for the hands. Oh, it's through the gap, and it's support run again. Likely got to go for the corner, I reckon. I know, it's gone for the posts. Here we go, looks like we might see our first points on the board today. Going to test his boot with the wind. As you can see, the Valencia backdrop there. Oh. And we are off to the races. First 3 points on the board for Hernani there. So, with Valencia's pressure, they didn't come away with anything and they find themselves 3 points down. What's the game plan now, boys? I'm going to try and use that wind, hold it up. Spin it around a bit. He's gone in. Big hit. Lovely bit of shithousery there, trying to keep the lad in the ruck so he didn't get out in the defensive line. There we go. Hernani go for the clearance. Oh, fucking hell. The Mosquito. Oh. Schoolboy rugby 101. Talk to your mates. But it might have worked out. Valencia going to get around the outside. They're going to get round. No, run back into traffic. The first pod carrier. They can't get it down. And what is it going to be? There we go. He's collapsed it. Oh no. Ref had already called it. Oh. Not worked out. But when your fullback collides and still manages to make 30 metres, fair play to Mosquigos there. That was not an ideal situation. It could have ended badly, but Valencia find himself in the Hernani 22 with a scrum to push against after being held up. The front row is definitely being fully used today. As we know, front row. The rest of them around you in the scrum don't really do much. It's only us that actually get anything done. The ball's out. Look at that. Couple of steps. They've got to fan out and get that defence done. Oh, there's a knock on. Here we go. Valencia got a chance. Go on, Valencia. See if we can get a shove on. See what you can get out of this one. Let's keep this interesting, shall we? Oh no, another player injured. Ah, it's a loose head, probably. Ah no, it's just his boots fell off. What happened to boots where they used to be come up all the way past your ankles? Basically look like the same as a shin pad attached to your boot. They'd never fell off. Not proper old school rugby boots there. They don't make them like they used to, as they say. Imagine trying to run around now with them on, built in the same way. I can't step as it is, so it's not like it's going to stop me doing any of that. So. Oy, oy, oy. Oh, Valencia are away. They've got a shove on. Is he? They're away. Go on. Go on. Go on. Yes. They got one back. They got through the hands. They didn't drop it. And Valencia have dotted down for a try in the 20th minute, I think, with the amount of stoppages we have had. And that has come through their winger. Carali. He's done well there to get round on the outside. Didn't expect. Once that overload had happened, it was ready to dot down. Mesigos, sorry, steps up to take the kick. As Gonzalez is speaking to the ref, whether he's showing some of his dance moves there, I'm not so sure, but he clearly had something he wanted to discuss with the ref, potentially at scrum time. But I don't think this ref has done any scrummaging in his life. But Mesigos bangs over his boot that's going to keep Valencia ahead in this game. He had a great game against Pozuelo, but just couldn't get that finishing touch on some of the other bits. It was another game where a bit of time was missed because quite a bad injury to Olmo early doors, but Valencia ahead again in that one, and couldn't see the game out. So, oh no, not quite worked out there. Which way's it gone? Valencia, never watch a ball bounce, whether it's rugby or football or any other sport. Never, apart from tennis, because it's kind of part of what tennis is, but never watch the ball bounce and then just expect your mate to pick it up, because that can end up badly, and that could have ended up with a different outcome there. Valencia got lucky, Hernani couldn't gather that, and yeah, they live to fight another tail out and another scrum. So this is a great day. I love scrums. I love scrums. I do like that kit, that Hernani kit. I hate red, but I like that. I like that little pattern on there they got. I'm sure it means something, and I'll have to look into that, but that is quite a nice kit, to be fair. Maybe we have to do a tour of Spanish rugby kits as well. Figure out who's got the best. if you're listening to this or know Spanish rugby yourself, drop a comment on which one you think's the best kit out there, because I think we need to find out. I've got a feeling it might have been a bit stretched, the video on Instagram, which is not making it great to watch, so I will find out how to fix that ahead of next time. As the ball goes out of play, oh, ball's gone out. The officials have had a little discussion in their earpieces, and the penalty has gone to Hernani for Valencia sealing off at the rut there by the looks of it. He's gone for the outside of the boot. He's gone for the spiral. It's not gone as far as he hoped, but it's gone out. But that flag, there is some proper wind about. And the official there gives his mate a little slap on the bum. Whether he'd done something wrong, I don't know, or he's saying thank you for pointing it out. Straight up at the front. Oh, it's bounced the wrong way. Oh, the hookers. That was some different sort of running. That was sort of forward, sideways, crab running there. I like that. There we go. Another strong carry. Hernani coming back across. He's a lone ranger. Get in there. You're gonna have to get across. The ref. Yeah, officials have spotted something. Crossing. Or a knock on. Sorry, knock on there. In the grounding. The fullback had no other choice in that one though. He was left isolated. Poor pass by the, poor option by the 9 there to put the 15 in by himself. But funny enough, we have another scrum. Maybe I have to turn this into some sort of drinking game where every scrum I have to do a shot or something, I don't know. I'll be absolutely tombolaed by the end of this game. As the hooker has his face smashed straight into the AstroTurf. It's not where you want your face to be ploughed into. Referee pulls the front row away to have a chat, to tell him what to do, because obviously he's done lots of scrummaging in his time. They love that. As we know, these officials, maybe, nah, it's not going to happen, is it? There's not many props that can run at the best of times, let alone lose enough weight to start refereeing. But if there are any out there, let me know, because it'd be quite interesting to see if there is actually officials out there that know what goes on in there. Oh, Valencia around the outside again. There we go. Big carry. Oh, it's gone backwards. They're all right, they're safe. Oh, is that flat? Made a few metres now. They got the trundle on. They're on. They're moving forward. He's left it wide open and he's knocked it on. Oh my God. Another scrum. Another scrum. Oh, we love a scrum. We love a scrum, 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 scrum. scrum. Scrum penalty to Hernani there for turning. Are they going to opt for another scrum? Yeah, we have got another scrum. Hernani could have put in. There's a shove. The ball's out. Being chased down. It's loose. There's a little chip over the top. Oh, love it. Grabbed his hand. Is he going to set up? He's going to dive it down. Dive on it. Oh. Yeah, don't do what Cheslin Colby did. And try and kick it across to your mate, because that ain't going to work out well. And here we go, Valencia are away. Oh, get back. Another one. Go on, through the hands. Go around. Go around. Hernani have stole it. It's being held up. Is it not? No. Ref's not called it. The clearance. He's gone for the chip. He's gone for the chip. That's audacious. There we go. Oh, no. His boots failed him. And we're off again. We're off again. Masigos. Ball on. Ball on. Oh, no. Sealed off. Penalty. And then back chat. Here we go. Keep marching, boys. It's 10 metres back again. They could have kept him hacked down in that corner, but some people love a chat. And that's a big kick. I don't think it's gone out. It's not. That's huge. Masigos. Where's he going to put him? Deep back in their own. That's a great kick, even with the wind. Bit of kick tennis. Here we go. Go on. Out you go. Go on, offload. Was expecting a little cat flap there out the back door. Didn't quite come. We're going to go around the outside though. Look at that. He's got some wheels. And another great line. Too many rolls maybe. And another one on the outside. Valencia have got the trundle on here. Hernani offside surely. Oh, big hit. Big hit. It's gone backwards though. No way. Cut all the refs missed there, I think. There's a couple there. But another little scrum. We haven't had enough of them. Hernani player down this time. Oh, Valencia, is this the game? Is this the game that Valencia managed to get their season underway? Got a lovely 7-3 lead, closing towards half time. I reckon we've got a few minutes extra banged in on there as well coming. Ooh. I'm going to have to go get a beer in a minute, I think, at half time. Don't know if the stretchy video on Instagram's working, so I think I'm going to have to probably drop a bin on that, and at half time share the YouTube option while I look into it and figure out how the Insta is, because not many are actually staying with us. I'll do that at half time, because I think I need to change some settings. Here we go. Dropped it? No. Just let him get away with that one. Hernani. Moving on again. Another hands in the ruck situation. Few handbags. Hernani seemed to be getting under the skin a little bit of Valencia. There we go. That's a huge kick. It's not gone again. That wind is helping Valencia make sure that Hernani do not put them back in their own bit. Oh, that's a huge bounce. Where's he going? Middle of the park. See if the... No, they actually talk this time. They don't collide. That is an awful pass. The Seagulls has to try and clear it away on the outside of his boot. Make some metres. The defensive line is up. Hernani going to try and go around the outside. A little nudge through. It's worked for him. And another one. Get on your toes. Get on your toes. Oh, that's awful. Awful defending. Hands in the ruck again. This is potentially a Hernani try. Big physical. They've pushed them back. Under advantage still. They're going to go through the hands here, surely. It's a 2-on-1. And Hernani managed to dot down under the posts to make it 7-8 so far. That was awful. Awful mistake there. Again, that bounce and the chase has caught him out. And this time it is Anats Elosegui makes the try, and then the conversion made as well. Valencia 7-10 down after a cataclysmic error there in defending. Ball nudged through. Hernani managed to capitalise on it, probably against the way of play. I believe we are now at half time, so I'm going to probably knock the Insta stream off, knock the camera off, select, and then I'm going to go and get a beer, and I'll be back. back. Have to watch the end, that error right at that end again. Here we go, we'll find it. A nudge. The try score for Valencia. Under pressure, just does not gather it up. Hands in a ruck again to give away that penalty advantage. Some strong defensive line. And Seagulls is still trotting back. Everyone's under the pump, think the half is finished, and overload. Everyone trotting back. You cannot walk back to your defensive duties like that and all get stuck on one side. The Valencia coach will be doing his absolute nut. Unbelievable, Jeff. $7-10 down now after what was probably a pretty convincing lead thrown away there. Try and go back through the highlights. At that point, it didn't really look like Hernani were actually going to get over the line, and I think the wind had a lot to do with that. And Valencia are now going to have to play into that wind now. So here we go, there's a Valencia try. The lead up. The ball round through the hands, dotted down. Masigos with a great conversion as well with the wind conditions. Makes you wonder what the conversation is at half time there with the officials, with the team manager as well, because he's going to not be happy. Right, going to go live on TikTok as well. I've got to do that so that I can do the other thingamybobs, so that we can actually also offer that opportunity to everyone. So we're going to go live on TikTok as well. Let's put that as the teams come back out. See which ones we've got. I'm sure the microphone is on there. If you're on TikTok, say hello. If you're not, don't blame you. Some airy bloke chatting shit. First time. Next time we're going to be out in the local pub. It is now going to be the home of Spanish rugby for everyone as well. So, right, we're nearly back underway. We're watching the Valencia versus Hernani game in the Division de Honor Elite division, and Valencia had a 7-3 lead just before the half, but they managed to make quite a cataclysmic error just before the half And I've handed it back to Hernani, so it's 7-10 at half time. So the live watch along I've chucked across onto our Facebook channel and also on our YouTube. We have managed to get onto TikTok. Hi Mo. Mo, this is where you could have been, mate, if you carried on with rugby. And come back once, mate. Where are you? Get yourself back down training, mush. So yeah, nice sunny day. As the clouds seem to have loomed over Valencia. Yesterday was fucking scorching. Played yesterday evening at 5 o'clock and it was still 30 odd degrees. It's a weird one at the minute. Weather. Well, next week we're supposed to have some storms. Again, who knows whether they're going to turn up. We had the same warning the other week and all we had was sunshine. So, but yeah, those that have joined on Friday night, we are going to be covering the Iberians versus the Brussels Devils live at the Heineken Sports Bar in Calpe. So it's going to be the new home of our live streaming, where we're going to go and do watch-alongs, get a few locals involved, and if you're in the area, come along, sit and watch a bit of Rugby Europe or Spanish rugby. You come down, have a beer, sit and just chat some rugby, and if not, just get pissed up on a Friday night with a half-decent game, as the Hernani game against Valencia is underway. Second half, so you've got 40 minutes left of me. If you want to stick around, watch me try and talk you through the game. If you're on the TikTok, it is just off my face because this is the first time we've done the live, so I'm going to try and get that all sorted ahead of the next instalment. So you might have to see some more live bits randomly of me throughout the week, because on the TikTok studio you've got to do some funny bits. But if you're on the YouTube or on the Facebook, you can see the full picture, the game included. Thank you to everyone that's joining on the TikTok as well. But yeah, so we are now just about to enter into probably our 4,000th scrum of the game. It's been messy. The referee has had to pull the lads back many times. Plenty of knock-ons. So yeah, we get the scrum. Another one to start the second half. And Valencia managed to get it off. And it's out. And we go, here we go, through the hands. It's gone backwards though, it's all right. Valencia off the back of 2 defeats now in the league. Hernani with 2 victories and one with a very dogged victory last week against Pozuelo. Funny enough, there is another knock-on, there is another scrum. It's our 4,001st scrum of the day. pretty sure the front row are going to sleep well tonight, because this is non-stop. I think the backs are going to get an absolute hounding. As we know, they think they can run fast, but most of them can't catch and keep us busy as always. What are we going on here? Oh. I'm guessing the microphone's working on TikTok. Can everyone hear me on the TikTok? Just chuck a thumbs up or something. I'm not actually sure. I tried to do this a minute ago, but then the game started. And here we go. The penalty, scrum, and Hernani go for the posts. This time, they look like they've got the wind behind them. Nigh on the halfway line, just between the 10 and the halfway. This is going to be a huge kick if it goes over. Good bit of wind behind it potentially. With the backdrop there of Valencia, can Hernani extend their lead to 7-13? 4 minutes into the second half, as they step up. That's a huge nudge, and it's over. 7-13 now to Hernani. Are they going to be able to keep Valencia at bay? Hello, Kenny. Hopefully you can hear me. Appreciate the share. Hopefully soon I'll be able to share the actual game stuff as well. Just got to get through these bits on TikTok Live. And then you get to watch me chat shit about rugby on your Sundays when you're hungover or still in bed from struggling after playing on a Saturday or on a Friday night, as we've got some Friday night light games coming up. We're potentially going to be doing some live streaming of the games that I'm playing in as well, which will be able to keep you guys occupied, laughing at me, trying to run around a pitch, blowing out my hoop. And there we go. Valencia finally get a penalty. Are they going for it, or are they going to go for the corner? And Valencia are down on a 5 metre marker there. It's up and they've fucked it. Ugh, they are not having their day at all. They are trying to push it. What's the ref gone for? Gone for a scrum, knock on. Oh, what a nightmare. They cannot catch a break at the minute, Valencia. They are struggling to get that rhythm. Those 2 defeats, and after that narrow defeat in the first weekend, it definitely looks like it has caught them. a straight. There we go. Another scrum, not like we've had one in a while. To give them dues out, they are decent scrummaging. It's just the amount. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. We're going to get a scrum on. No. No, some more talking. More waiting. As I said, if you want to watch the actual watch along, it is over on our YouTube channel, live streaming at the minute. We've got the game in the background. On the TikTok, it's just me, sadly, because I've got to do this to get to the point of I can actually live stream the game alongside it with you. But today it is just me sat here watching a game, and you get to look at me chatting shit and drinking some beer, whereas you get to watch the rest of it on our YouTube or on our Facebook as well. Instagram I've got to fix, so that might have to be another device. But appreciate everyone that has joined. It is the first one. This was a trial one. It could have gone badly, but everything's switched on. Everything seems to have gone in the right places. There's a few bits I need to resolve, but I really appreciate everyone's time on a Sunday. And here we go, another scrum. We get to get the scrum time. Any rugby players in the chat, drop us a message, or just drop us a like or a follow, because it will get better. I will make sure this works better. And here we go. Valencia got the shove on. Are they going to get one? They're going to get one. They're going to get one. It dives on it. It's a try. And Valencia are now back in the game. It is 12-13 before the conversion is taken. That is a dominant scrum. Absolutely smashed it. Apparently, I've got to lower my background on the tick of my talk, but I don't actually know what is going on. That's probably me got a bit louder than TikTok liked. I've probably started celebrating a little bit more. But yeah, Valencia are now 12-13 against Hernani. This is a game. Tight kick here for Masigos to try and nudge over pretty much from the byline. Probably something he's practiced a fair bit. It's a nudge. It's got its legs. Oh, unlucky. It's now back to a 1-point game. 12-13. Valencia against Hernani here in the Spanish division, the Honor Elite. It's great to see Spanish rugby and people dialing in from wherever you are. I appreciate your time. Oh, somebody's got kicked in the nuts. That's not going to help. Big kick down. Scrappy again, no. The wind looks like it's circling because it's not worked in their favour. For Hernani there, Oh, what a shocker. He's had a fucking mare. Oh, it's somehow stayed in and not gone out on the full though. Oh, wee. There we go. Right. Another line out. Lino on this side has gone for trainers rather than mouldies. Probably not a wise choice if he fell over. The official's tottering off. There's another injury. Tough game, this one. Where you've got people dotting in, dotting out. Whether you've got hello everybody. Right. Thank you for joining. Whether you stay, I don't mind. I'm just getting through this bit. Speaker, microphone, yeah. So my microphone is on. An echo check. No, should be alright, hopefully. And Hernani trying to chase it down. No. We are rocking and rolling again. A little rundown of the games elsewhere this afternoon. To over in La Villa. It was at half time, I believe, 21-7 to La Villa against Barca. VRAC are beating Burgos 18-13 as we speak. And Liceo Francés have started their season exceptionally well with a 25-7 so far against Ordiza. And then the other game in the Division d'Honor Elite League was Belenos against Pozuelo. See if I can find the scoreline for that for you so far, because that'll be half time roughly. Belenos. We got another scrum in the Valencia Hernani game. No, it's not Logan Paul. But wouldn't be probably doing this about rugby if I was Logan Paul, to be fair. I'll take it though if that's a compliment. Probably a little bit bigger than Logan Paul. What we got? What we got? Right. We got... Oh, Belenos. The Belenos game. Get that on the... So the Belenos against Pozuelo game is live elsewhere at the minute. As Valencia start putting Hernani back down into their own bit. Belenos are losing 9-16 against Pozuelo. Another solid game. Valencia have another line out robbed. They are struggling at the line out. Belenos are losing to Pozuelo at the minute. And then what was the other game that we had this weekend? The Industriales against the Phoenix game. I'll see if I can find that as well. Give you the scoreline from round the grounds. Industriales. Oh no, I'm going to have to go back to their Instagram. Hernani with the line out on halfway. They've gone deep to the back, and Valencia have robbed one for a change. Here we go. Valencia on the toes. That's straight up the throat, that pass there. Not ideal. And a huge turnover there by Hernani. This is probably going to get kicked as well. That is not what you wanted to see as a Valencia fan. Let's find out the Industriales scoreline for you as well. The Industriales game is live somewhere. I will find it and I will get you the scoreline. It is also on YouTube. And the Industriales are losing 7-9 after 20 minutes against Phoenix, Zaragoza team. As Hernani put another penalty kick over. It's 12-16 now against Valencia with roughly 20 odd minutes to go. What have we got here? What a game have we got in store, hopefully. What an ending. We are still one try apart. As Hernani now try to go through the hands, through the backs, get that phenomenal support running that they had last week on show. There's some steps. Oh, there's an offload. That is filth. Huge defensive tackle there by the Valencia scrum half. And Valencia managed to win a penalty now. What are they doing? They're going to go for tap and go? No. Yeah. They're on. Oh, he fucked it on the wing. Oh, trying to force a situation that didn't need to be forced. And the ball goes all the way out. That is not ideal. They cannot catch a break at the minute. They cannot catch a break. As Hernani go for a short four-man line out, easily lifted, and they're going for the hands. They're going wide. Support run. Huge tackle. Yes, boys. Go on, Valencia. They're up for it now. They are going all in. Go on, have a dibble. Yes. The official wants to go and talk to his mate. Something's been seen in there. There's potentially a kick or a stamp that's been shown by the official on this side. I think somebody might be doing 10 minutes rest here in a minute. 10 minutes in the bin. Looks like it's going to be the Hernani fly half has got himself involved in a ruck and then decided to go old school forwards play and a bit of stamping and a bit of scraping. Nothing hurt anyone there. Should have done it. Oh, 10 minutes in the bin there for number 14 by the looks of it. The winger's gone old school. Started scraping players out of a ruck. Gone the good old days when you used to be able to do that for fun. Now you get 10 minutes in the bin for it. Some might say the game is gone. Some might say it's made it safer, but I'll leave that over to everyone to make that decision. I don't think anyone getting a couple of scratches on their back for being in somewhere they shouldn't be. But Valencia are now on their 5 metre line of Hernani. Can they make this line out stick? They've gone a full line out. It's going to be a catch, drive and a shove over, but they have shanked it again and given Hernani a scrum on their 5 metre line. A wonky throw there from the hooker has absolutely shattered their chances again. Valencia are going to be so pissed off with the amount of chances they've hacked away here. At some point they've got to think, what have they got to do to make sure they can actually get through these games? And here we go, Valencia tried to get the shove on, but Hernani managed to get the ball out quick. They're going for the exit. Oh, what a line, what a line. Gone for the kick over the top. It's an out foot race, it's an out and out foot race. Oh, he manages to gather it. He's been gobbled up by the defender though. Valencia managed to get away with that one. Masigos, by the looks of that, had to get his toe on that and get his absolute Forrest Gump legs on. That's a different sort of trying to attempt to gather the ball back there from the Hernani fullback, trying to bring it down on his foot, thinking he was prime Messi. Didn't quite work out for him. And it goes out of play for a Valencia line out, which, if you're the hooker, it's in your head that you're probably not going to get this right at the minute. Interesting to see whether he can make this one stick and they can exit, or they're going to give back advantage to Hernani. Another player injured, another player coming on. Still can't believe this lino's got his trainers on rather than studs. And another line out fudged. Spilled, dropped, given back to Hernani. Valencia managed to win the scrum from a dominant attempt to get the ball back from the ruck. I'm surprised the officials didn't notice the knock-on from Valencia in the line-out. But you win some, you lose some. And Valencia needs some luck at the minute. Staring down the barrel of another defeat. Can they get that moment? Get themselves out? We saw what they did at the end of the last game against Pozuelo as well, where they were absolutely camped on Pozuelo's line right at the end and managed to get a try in the 82nd or 83rd minute to narrow the gap. So I would not be surprised to see that again today. Hernani have not looked in full flow, but they've now given away a scrum penalty to Valencia. So Valencia get another opportunity to get themselves down the park. Going to be excited end to this game. 15 minutes left or so for Valencia to try get their first victory in the Division d'Honor Elite season. That's a huge kick. That is a huge kick. Put Valencia down on Hernani 22 now. See if this can actually stick this time. Can we get a Valencia line out that actually sticks? Going for a 5-man line out by the looks of it. 6-man, 5-man. What's he going to do? We've got the lino doing his trainers up. For those on TikTok, thanks for joining. If you want to watch the full live watch along, it's over on our YouTube or Facebook. Unfortunately on TikTok at the minute it's just watching my face while we wait to get the other lives sorted. I've got to do a certain amount of lives. As Valencia nearly break through there. He stumbled at the wrong point. Gonna go wide. He's gone for the grubber. Hernani managed to gather it. Hernani get the penalty, and there's a yellow card to Van Staden for a high tackle as he tries to gather the grubber kick. The Hernani player looks like he's been decapitated. This don't look great. Staden is off for 10 minutes in the bin. And Valencia are now got to try and see out the rest of this game. 13 minutes left, down to 14. With the final 4 or 5 minutes when they get back to their full accomplishment, but it don't look good. It don't look good. It doesn't look like the way the season's going to get underway. Hernani look like they're going to potentially go 3 from 3. Good news though, player is up. Looked like it could have been a bit worse than what it was. Maybe he was play acting, but this is not football, as they say. So who knows whether he was playing it on. But I'm sure getting clobbered by Van Staden was not a pleasant experience for the lad. Big boy, nice bloke, but a big lump. Reminds me of a dump tackle from one of our players yesterday. Harry nearly killed this lad. I'm pretty sure I heard the scream from his afterlife come out when I stood next to the tackle. But that is rugby. And here we go, the hooker. The hooker is absolutely in full flow. He's gone for chip and chase and everything. Who do you think you are? You're giving forwards a bad name. How has he got that much pace? The clearance kick doesn't go far enough. It's still in play. Hernani get to come back. Probably went the wrong way back into traffic. Have they been painting themselves in baby oil? This is different class. What is going on here? There's another penalty advantage. Another defensive line. They slipped through another tackle, throwing the ball around. What is going on here? He's absolutely off to the races. Hernani are not stopping. They love going back into traffic and just sliding through. There's another chip and chase. Masigos manages to gather on the deck. We're going back for the penalty advantage. That was a long time penalty advantage there from the officials. I think Hernani have been painting themselves in baby oil, butter or something, because they are somehow getting through these gaps that should never be got through. We are now roughly 10 minutes or so left of the half of the game. The officials are now talking to the Valencia captain, and Hernani are going for posts again to extend that lead to a converted try. Worst case, they could potentially come away with a draw. He's already slotted one from here this side. They're going for another. Are we off? Here we go, big kick. And the flags don't go up, it's been missed. And the ball's gone out. Back for a 22 dropout. Hernani do not extend their lead. It is 12-16. Valencia against Hernani here in Division d'Honneur Elite. As Valencia, 22 dropout, deep. But Hernani now go out wide, through the hands. Quick offloads, through some gaps that should never be got through. Oh, that was great out of the line there. Here we go. That's all. And Hernani, bit behind him there, that could have worked out. He's run around the gap again, no. How are they making this space? Oh, over the top of an injured Valencia player. Another penalty advantage. Dive through the top. The 9 is away. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a tackle. Another offload. Hernani. They ain't stopping. They're going to go for this. They're going to dot down again, and they're going to get closer. A captain there. Another offload. Another great supporting line. Comes back across. They're going to go for this corner at this rate. They're going to take it out of touch. If they manage to get this over the line, that takes it to over a converted penalty. Another penalty advantage, not rolling away. The referee's blown. At some point, is he going to go to his pocket again? Oh, Valencia going to go down to 13. Tap and go here, 5 metre line. They've got to be quick out the tracks, Valencia, and they are. But Hernani have drifted all the way across. Another tap and go. Another pick and go. It's been held up again. Back through, back through. They're going to go for the hands. It looks a bit too congested now. 9 goes circling. Towards the gap. Double tackle. Huge. Huge stop. 13. Oh, Burungan. Ball spills out the side. Somehow still goes back to Hernani. It has been a knock-on. Valencia with a scrum on their 5 metre line. How have they managed to keep this out? Is this their time? Are they back in this game? There is 8 minutes roughly left of this game, and Valencia are not rolling over. They are all about this at the minute. And yeah, we are gathering pace in this game. We're now at the business end. As the Hernani players talk to each other, telling them the lines they should have been hitting to get through the gap. After the game last weekend, they were phenomenal at those support lines. I've seen it a couple of times this game, but not quite to the same effect as they did before. Here we go. The 5 millionth scrum of today. As the stream of the game freezes. I don't think it's mine. Oh no. The camera's switched off. There's too many scrummaging. It's just me watching a frozen scrum set up. As Valencia take on Hernani. It's 12:16 at the minute. The clock is back on, but the live stream's frozen with about 7 minutes left to play. Hopefully it'll be back on in a minute. These are actually half decent streams normally. Great to see clubs actually in this position that they can do the streamings, do all of these as well for the fans that can't get there. And this is what I want to be able to showcase to you guys, what exactly we have to offer in Spanish rugby as well, and Rugby Europe in the coming weeks. Hopefully we get a little bit more of a cult following and a few more people on TikTok. We'll be able to add the bits soon enough once I manage to get these live stream software bits out of the way of having to do a certain amount of streams. So probably pop on a couple of times this week while I'm doing other bits. Maybe do a couple of reviews of the games just to get through them bits. And then yeah, Friday night, we will have the let's see if we can restart this. No, it's still the stream that's frozen. We're still waiting for their dial up. No, actually, to be fair, most of us actually have fibre, full fibre over here, and it's pretty decent. This is why this stream is pretty solid on our end. It's just the game has disappeared, and it might have disappeared for us by the time we get back on it as well. We might miss the end of this one. I hope not, because this looks like it could have an extremely exciting end do. Let's So yeah, for those that have just joined on whatever platform, Valencia against Hernani in the Division d'Honour Elite. At the time of the stream freezing. Oh, we're back. There's players strewn everywhere. I'm not sure what's happened. There's players, three players, one hunched over, one having him stretched out, another stretched out, medical bags everywhere. God, looks like there's been a disaster. Let's find out though, because it looks like Valencia still camped round their own 22. I'm not sure what's happened. The nudge for the corner though. We'll find out if they manage to get the bit back on in a minute. See if we've had any scores in that time. I hope not. And hopefully we can get it all back together. At the minute, just a bit of old school live stream rugby. Not a clue what the scoreline is. Hernani off the top. Have they got round the back, off the line out? No, it's been stopped. They're going to go around the outside. No, still, it's going to come out through the backs. No, the fullback goes by himself. What a weapon. There we go, through the hands. Oh, Dot jumps over a tackle somehow. He slides round him, I told you. Playing the 9 there. They've somehow got away with that. They haven't. It is a penalty advantage again. Apparently we're still 12-16. Valencia against Hernani. Not a clue how long's left. Whether anything's happened or whether the scoreboard's frozen. But Hernani have got another penalty kick. Probably going to be taken just in front of the posts. A number of protests there from the Valencia captain to highlight hands in the ruck, ceiling over, but the referee is not having none of it. It does not look like we've got long left. And Hernani look like they're going to take this to within a converted try. It's going to be 12, potentially 12-19. There's no reason this should be missed by Bernat. We're going to hopefully nudge it over Hernani. 12-19, another dogged game by Hernani to stretch their season start to 3 wins. Valencia find themselves potentially on the end of 3 defeats in the league to start. I think we've got a weekend off apart from Division d'Honour next weekend for Hispanic Day. So there's probably no game. I won't be live streaming because it's the wife's birthday in middle week. So we've got a barbecue. Unless there's the planned storms, and then who knows, I might have some free time to jump on with you guys. But yeah, Spanish rugby, the jeopardy is here. It is free to air, it's free to watch, exciting rugby. Some quality play as well, and even decent quality streaming. Another penalty, Hernani. It looks like time is basically up. A penalty there for swimming around the outside and changing your bind in the maul. Can't do that. Once you've created your bind, it cannot change. Huge kick, but not found touch. Gives Valencia a chance to run out. Are they going to go for it? They've gone big wide. He's come back inside to try and find support. Huge running from the hooker. He drops it again. Oh no, defensive line. Offside. Masigos wants to go. Oh, apparently because I've had a beer, been restricted. So I'm going to jump off on TikTok anyway. Appreciate your time, everyone, and I will catch you on the next one. If I can figure out how to stop it. Valencia put himself in the corner. Is this the time? Do they come away with a draw? They've got to make sure they hit this. They've got to bang this in. No pressure on the hooker at all. They've changed the hooker out. Gone for a middle ball. It's up. They're on. They've got the trundle. Is this the time? Is this the time? Everyone's in. They have all appeared from everywhere. The ball has gone the wrong way. It's over there. It's a penalty advantage. Claps in the maul. Oh, it's a clear knock on. And here we go. Is it time for Valencia to snatch it? A draw at the death. This is pretty much game over, I think, after this. The scrum's not moving. Hernani have stepped it solid. The 8 comes out the back, sneaks around the blind. Ball's out, ball's out. 9 has now been sucked in. It's pick and go time. Another big solid. And another one. Here we go. Great defence. And another one. Here we go. Shot to the head there. Don't know whether the officials are going to have a look at that. Another solid defence. Here we go. Got a trundle. Here we go. It's going through the hands. Masigos. Great pass. Round the outside. Pass it. Dots down. Great try. Bernat's trying to say there's something happened in the in the game there. They've got to make this conversion. No point of celebrating. Some geezer with a bucket hat has come sprinting on to celebrate. Players left strewn everywhere. Is this the kick? Is Masigos? They're asking how long. I think he has said that is time. Once this kick happens, do Valencia snatch a draw out of defeat? They'll be wondering what happened. There were so many opportunities to make sure they got this win today, but a draw will probably feel like a victory. Masigos has probably made this kick every week in training, but this pressure is now on. Here he goes. And he's shanked it. He's pushed it. And Hernani come away with a 17-19 victory away at Valencia. What a game. What another statement from Hernani. 3 wins to start the season. Valencia, 3 defeats. We'll be wondering what have they got to do to get this over the line. But for everyone that's joined, thank you so much. Appreciate your time, and look forward to catching you on a future stream. As I said, next Friday is going to be our first live stream for Rugby Europe Super Cup, so keep an eye out for that. We are going to be covering the Iberians against the Brussels Devils on Friday night. So if you've got nothing better to do on a Friday night, you are more than welcome to jump on and watch me talk about rugby and Rugby Europe and the Super Cup and what we have to offer. So really appreciate everyone's time. Have a great weekend, what's left of it, and I will catch you on the other side.